So we are back, guys. This we are going to read page number 3.25. Page number 3.25 from section number 19, topic 2 of that page. Okay, implied authority of a partner as agent of the firm. Implied authority of a partner as agent of the firm. Section 19. First, I am going to write this section with 2. Implied authority of a partner as agent of the firm. Section 19. Okay, now subject to the provisions of section 22, the act of a partner which is done to carry on in the usual way business of the kind carried on by the firm binds the firm. Okay, subject to the provisions of section 22, we have not read yet section 22. The act of a partner which is done to carry on in the usual way business of the kind carried on by the firm binds the firm. Okay, so we already know that if a partner does a business that is related to does his own business that is related to the partnership business, then that partnership business is also binded or is also profitable if the partner himself make a profit in his own firm. Okay, the authority of a partner to bind the firm conferred by this section is called implied authority. Okay, and this rule known as implied authority. Okay, bit 2 is given, that is section 19.2. In the absence of any usage or custom of trade to the contrary, the implied authority of a partner does not empower him to submit a dispute relating to the business of the firm for arbitration. Okay, in absence of any usage or trade or custom of trade to the contrary, the implied authority of a partner does not empower him to submit a dispute relating to the business of the firm to arbitration, open a banking account on behalf of the firm in his own name. Okay, he cannot open a bank account in his own name behalf of the firm. Okay, compromise or relinquish any claim or portion of the claim by the firm if a partner has claimed something. Okay, withdraw a suit or proceeding filed on the behalf of the firm if the firm has filed something, suit or proceedings against someone, then the partner due to his implied authority cannot withdraw it. Okay, admit any liability in a suit or proceeding against the firm if if the partnership firm is suffering from something in the case of court, then the partner is not liable to claim that. Okay, acquire immovable property on the behalf of firm, on behalf of the firm, immovable property. Okay, if suppose land has been seen by the partnership firm, so a partner cannot go by himself and acquire that. A partner has to be in concern of all the other partner and then go to acquire that immovable property. Immovable property means the property which cannot be moved from one place to another easily. Okay, then transfer immovable property belonging to the firm. If a partnership firm has a land in their name, so a partner cannot sold that land, enter into partnership on behalf of the firm. Okay, if a partner is entering into a partnership on the name of the firm, suppose we two are running a firm like XY firm, of our name of the partnership firm, and I decide that Z and A are making profit in their partnership firm, so I decide to collab with them to make another partnership firm, so it is not applicable, that is, it is not my implied authority. Okay, mode of doing act to bind the firm, section 22. Now we have came to section 22. In bracket I am writing section 22. There are total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 exceptions. Okay, implied authority means the power of the partner to act on behalf of other partner, that is their agent, that is known as implied authority. Okay, and in section 19 bracket 2 it is given 8 exceptions that implied authority does not cover. Now we are going to read about section 22, the mode of doing act to bind the firm. Mode of doing act to bind the firm, firm. In order to bind a firm, an act or instrument done or executed by a partner or other person on behalf of the firm shall be done or executed in the firm name or in any other manner expressing or implying any an intention to bind the firm. Okay, once again, in order to bind a firm, means take the firm, an act or instrument done or executed by a partner, an act or instrument done or executed by a partner or other partner on behalf of the firm, that is agent, be done or executed in the firm name, in or in any other manner expressing or implying an intention to bind the firm, that is known as mode of doing to bind the firm. Analysis of section 19 and 22. At the very outset, you should understand what is meant by implied authority. Okay, what is meant by implied authority? We have already understood that. You have just read that every partner is an agent of the firm. I have told you, for the purpose of the business thereof. Consequently, as between the partners and the outside world, whatever may be the private arrangements between themselves, each partner is agent of every other in every matter connected with partnership business. His acts bind the firm. Very good. Now, section 19(1) and 22 deal with the implied authority of the partner. Yeah, section 19 bracket 1 states the rule or state the definition of implied authority, and section 22 states the condition of implied authority, means how a partner can bind the firm. Now, the impact of these sections is that the act of a partner which is done to carry on in the usual way business of the kind carried on by the firm binds the firm. Okay, if section 19(1) says that if we two are partner and I am doing a separate business that is also a business which we two are doing. Suppose we two are selling sugar and I have a knowledge of sugar market, so I have started my business of my own selling sugar. So the profit that comes from that sugar, my particular firm or my sole proprietorship, that profit will be distributed or will be coming into our firm also, our partnership firm also, means that profit will be distributed between us also. Okay, provided that the act is done in firm name or any other manner expressing or implying an intention to bind the firm. Such an authority of partner to bind the firm is called implied authority. Okay, it is, however, to the followed restrictions, that is exceptions are given. 8 exception is given. The exception is stated in section 19(2). Section 19 bracket 2, I will write exceptions. Total 8 are there. Okay, what are the exceptions? We have already discussed. We have cleared the meaning of those 8 things. I don't want to discuss once again. Okay, reading page number 3.26. Thus, a partner has implied authority to bind the firm by all acts done. Thus, a partner has implied authority to bind the firm by all acts done by him in all matter connected with the partnership business now, and which are done in the usual way and are not in their nature beyond the scope of partnership. You must remember that a implied authority of partner may differ in different kinds of business. Perfect. Now, example is given. X, page number 3.26 we are reading. Example: X, a partner in a firm of solicitors, borrows money and execute a promissory note in the name of firm without authority. X, a partner in a firm of solicitors, borrows money and executes a promissory note in the name of the firm without authority. Perfect. The other partner are not liable on the note, as it is not a part of the ordinary business of a solicitor to draw, accept or endorse negotiable instrument. However, it may be usual for one partner of the firm of banker to draw, accept or endorse a bill of exchange on behalf of the firm. If a partnership be of general commercial nature, he may pledge or sell the partnership property. He may buy goods. Section 92 contains the act which are beyond the implied authority of the partners. Okay, it is clearly stated here. I am writing it, important to be read. Okay, that section 92 clearly states the acts which are beyond the implied authority of the partner. Okay, what are implied authority? The general rules of which a partnership firm should follow. Means we are doing a sugar business, so we the acts which we do to sell or buy or to acquire sugar that is known as our implied authority, my implied authority and your implied authority. And beyond that, what we do, suppose we are having a case against someone in a court, and I am going to the court and telling we want to withdraw the case. So it is not possible until and unless the firm says. Firm means our both consent should be there, signature should be there, written note should be there, then in that also signature should be there, money should be there. Until and unless the consent is there, no one can withdraw the suit. That is known as section 92, that is exceptions of implied authority. Getting it? Okay, now bit 3 we are going to read extension and restrictions of partner implied authority, that is section 20. First I am going to write it. Extension and restrictions of partner implied authority section 20. According to section 20, the partner in a firm may by contract between the partner extend or restrict implied authority of any partner. Yeah, it is a then it will become an express authority, but yeah, we can say that it is an implied authority, but which are put you by law, that is known as implied, and by which you agree to decide is known as express, in my knowledge, as per as my knowledge. Okay, moving ahead, notwithstanding any such restrictions, any act done by a partner on behalf of the firm which falls within his implied authority binds the firm, unless the person with whom he is dealing knows of the restriction or does not know or believe that partner to be a partner. Okay. Analysis of section 20. The implied authority of a partner may be extended or restricted by a contract between the partners. Under the following condition, the restriction imposed on implied authority of a partner by agreement shall be effective against a third party. The third party knows about the restrictions. The third party does not know that he is dealing with a partner of a firm. The restriction imposed on implied authority of a partner by agreement shall be effective. Okay, if suppose we two are partner, our implied authority is okay, but if suppose we decide to put some restrictions on our implied authority, then it will be effective. Effective means it can be put into work against third party only in two cases. The two cases are, the third party should be knowing about the restrictions. If they don't know and we are dealing above restrictions, then it is okay, and the third party may or may not know that we are partner of the firm. Okay, a partner borrows, example is given last page of 3.26. okay, a partner borrows from B 1000 in the name of the firm, but in excess of his authority, and utilizes the same in paying off the debt of the firm. Here the fact that the firm has contracted debt suggests that it is a trading firm. Perfect. And as such, it is within the implied authority of A to borrow money for the business of the firm. Implied authority. Okay. Up to this, I am explaining what he is saying. A is a partner of a firm, and A borrows money from B. Amount is stated, that is 1000 rupees. Okay, and that 1000 is utilized to pay off the debt of the firm. So if in this given line only, it is saying that if a debt is borrowed by if a debt is borne by the business, means it is a trading business, means it trading goods or something like that, but it is a trading business. Okay, trading means they are preparing their trading PL account and balance sheet. Okay, here trading does not mean that they are dealing in equity or share market. They can be, but not. Okay, so and in a trading business, the general rule of implied authority is the implied authority of partner is to borrow and lend money also. Okay, so within the up to this, the money which is borrowed by A is the implied authority of A. Okay, now this implied authority, as you have noticed, may be restricted by any agreement between him and the other partner. Okay, this implied authority means the borrowing and lending money implied authority can be restricted, means between we two, you and me decide that okay, no lending and borrowing money will be there, so we can restrict our implied authority in trading business. Very good. Now, if B, the lender, is unaware of the restriction imposed on A, the firm will be liable to repay the money to B. Okay, if B Now section 20 comes that if B, that is the third party, is not aware of the restrictions that V2 have, the third party is not aware of the restrictions that V2 have, so we are liable, that is the firm or V2 are liable to pay 1000 rupees to B. Okay, on the contrary, B awareness of the restrictions will absolve the firm of its liability to repay the amount to B. If B is aware of that restrictions and still he is lending, then then B2 are not liable to pay the money to B. It may be noted that the above mentioned extension of restriction is only possible with the consent of all partners, perfect, and one partner or even a majority of partner cannot restrict or extend the implied authority. Okay, the restrictions and extension of implied authority must be a majority, must be a concern of all partners. That is not majority, not minority, but concern of all partners. If everyone says no, it is no. If everyone says yes, it is yes. If 80% partners say yes and 20% partners say no, that then it is also a no. Everyone should be in majority, that is unanimous decision. Okay, then bit 4, that is partner authority in an emergency. Very small it is given, partner authority in an emergency. Section 21, we have discussed section 20, 21, 22 also. Section 22 is included in bit 2 of the implied authority of partner as an agent of the firm under section 19. Relation of partner to third parties is the topic of that particular section. Okay, according to section 21, first section 21 is partner authority in an emergency. We are reading page 3.27. A partner has authority in an emergency to do all such acts for the purpose of protecting the firm for loss as would be done by a person of ordinary prudence in his own case acting under similar circumstances, and such act binds the firm. Okay, emergency means suppose I am running my own business and my business is going to make loss and I know that. Okay, so I have brain and I can use my brain to stop that loss. So it is the case of emergency that without asking everyone concerned in partnership business, if our partnership business is going on something dispute or it is going to make profit and I know that I can make that, and if without asking concern I am doing that in a case of emergency, then the firm, then my act also binds the firm. Okay, and I am not responsible, that is it becomes my implied authority. Okay, now effect of admission by a partner, section 23, topic number 2.6. first I am going to write it. Section 23, we have discussed section 21, 22 and 20 also. Now it's section 22, effect of admission by a partner. What effect might be there? As per me, effect should be, I have not read yet, but as per my accounts knowledge I am saying the effect should be partnership ratio must be changed, the business undertakings might not be changed. That are all the things. Okay, effect of admission by a partner, effect of admissions by a partner. Okay, an admission or representation made by a partner concerning the affair of the firm is evidence against the firm if it is made in ordinary course of the business. Analysis we will read. Definition I did not get it. Partner as agent of each other can make binding admission, but only in relation to the partnership transaction and in the ordinary course of the business. An admission or representation by a partner will not, however, bind the firm if his authority on the point is limited and the other party knows of the restriction. The section speaks of the admission and representation being evidenced against the firm, that is to say they will affect the firm when tendered by third parties. They may not have the same effect in case of disputes between the partners themselves. X and Y are partners in a firm dealing in a spare parts of different brands of motorcycle. Bike Z purchased a spare part for his Yamaha motorcycle after being told by X that the spare part is suitable for his motorcycle. Y is ignorant about this transaction. The spare part proved to be unsuitable for the motorcycle and it is damaged. X and Y are both are responsible for Z loss. Okay. As per the example, I did not understood the statement yet, but as per the example I am saying, suppose we two are partner, we two are partner, and our business is concerned with selling of spare part. Spare part means car spare part, bike spare part, and all the fittings things in spare part that includes. Okay, so if a customer third party comes to us, comes to me, and I am saying that yeah, for this particular bike this spare part is perfect, you go and purchase and put in your bike, it will move like a it will move like a it will move smoothly. Okay, then we suppose that spare parts which is given by me or recommended by me does not work in his bike, so if he comes and return to it, so we both are liable for that particular spare part, that is for that loss, or we can say the returning of the goods. Okay, topic was not good. Okay, effect of notice to acting partner. Okay, effect of notice means might be leaving of a partner, working partner. Acting partner is a partner who is actively participating in the conduct of the business decisions and all. Okay, according to section 24, notice to partner who habitually act in the business of the firm of any matter relating to the affair of the firm operates as notice to the firm, except in the case of a fraud on the firm committed by or with the consent of that partner. Once again, notice to partner who habitually acts in the business of the firm of any matter relating to the affair of the firm operates as notice to the firm, except in the case of a fraud on the firm committed by or with the consent of the firm. Analysis: the notice to a partner who habitually acts in the business of the firm on matter relating to the affairs of the firm operates as a notice to the firm, except in the case of fraud or firm. Same thing it is given. Thus, the notice to one is equivalent to the notice to the rest of the partner of the firm, just as the notice to an agent is notice to his principal. This notice must be actual or not constructive. It must be received by a working partner and not by a sleeping partner. It must further relate to the firm business only, then it will be a constitute a notice to the firm. Example: PQR are partner in a business for purchase and sale of second-hand goods. R purchases a second-hand car on behalf of the firm from S. In the course of dealing with S, he comes to know that the car is stolen one and it actually belongs to X. P and Q are ignorant about it. All the partners are liable to X, the real owner. The only the exception would lie in the case of fraud, whether active or tacit. A partner who actively participated in the management of the business bought for his firm certain goods while he knew for a particular defect in the goods. His knowledge as regards the defect ordinarily would be construed as the knowledge of the firm, though the other partner in fact were not aware of the defect, but because A had in league with his seller conspired to conceal the defect from the other partner, the rule would be inoperative and the other partner would be entitled to reject the good upon detection by them on the defect. Okay, what is saying, what is section 24 mean? Okay, if suppose we three are partner and I have purchased, we three are partner and I have purchased certain goods from a third party, and that good is a good which has been stolen, and I was unaware of the fact, but being aware of the but after certain after few days I realized that the goods have been stolen from someone, so that third party who have stolen the good came to us that give us our goods. So we three, that is we all the partner are responsible for the act done by me. And the second case example is that suppose we two are partner and I have brought good which I know is in defect, so it is assume that the defect which I know is known by the firm also, because I am an active partner. If active partner, and I have to return if all the concern are given by every partner. Okay, good. Section 23 and 24 as per my concern is not an important section, because it is nothing, it is given. Okay,